Hello friends, my name is Pandapax, and welcome to my first exotic weapon review for Destiny 2. This will be a preliminary exotic weapon review, and we may revisit this exotic in the future as the game progresses. Today we'll be looking at the exotic pulse rifle, the Vigilance Wing. The flavor text reads, "The eye remains open, the lighthouse remains lit. Brother Vance," throwing a nice homage to Destiny 1's Trials of Osiris vendor. The format for this exotic review, as well as future reviews, will be as follows: perks and lore, PvE, PvP, and finally my thoughts and conclusions for this particular exotic. To start off, let's go over the perks. Harsh Truths. This weapon fires a 5-round burst. When a nearby ally is killed, gain health regeneration and increased movement speed. Corkscrew Rifling. Balance Barrel. Slightly increases range and stability, slightly increases handling speed. Alloy Magazine. Faster reloads when this mag is empty. Last Stand. Improved weapon performance when its wielder is the last living member of a fire team. And Composite Stock. This weapon has a dual purpose stock. Slightly increases stability, slightly increases handling speed. For weapon mods we haven't fused, consume a more powerful item of the same type to boost the power level of this item, so you can only increase the light level of this exotic with a higher level pulse rifle. Weapon Attack mod. Equip this to a kinetic or exotic weapon to increase its attack value in the exotic ornament, Book of the Dead. Here I'm on Nessus in a sunny part to show you what the Vigilance Wing looks like without the ornament applied. And here it is with the ornament applied. And here's a side-by-side just for reference. I did get the ornament to drop from a bright engram after starting to record footage for this, so you'll see it both with and without the ornament applied. Here is the lore. It's long, so if you wish to read it, you can pause the video now. Here are the rest of the stats. The impact sits at 33, the range at 68, stability at 73, handling is 49, reload speed is 46, the rounds per minute is at 530, and the magazine sits at 50. Aim assist is nice around 60, and the recoil direction sits at 79, but we'll discuss this later. For comparison, here's the Lincoln Green. This pulse rifle sits at an RPM of 540, so 10 faster, but this is the closest comparison we have. It has an impact of 23, a base range of 32, and stability sits at a measly 46. The Vigilance Wing comes out on top of its legendary counterpart in almost every category, including some of the hidden stats like recoil direction. In PvE, this pulse wrecks. It will destroy most Tier 1 enemies with one burst, like Thrall, Acolyte, Shanks, Dregs, Vandals, Scions, Legionaries, and Goblins. Against Tier 1 enemies, the Vigilance Wing does 29 damage per body shot and 77 for each precision hit. Against Majors, 31 body and 42 precision. Finally, against Ultras, the Vigilance Wing does 27 body shot damage and 36 precision damage. If you're landing all precision, or mostly precision hits, this weapon could be the best kinetic weapon for DPS. Stacking that with Alloy Magazine for faster reloads, when the magazine is empty, allows for minimal downtime between magazines. However, with the 5-round burst, you chew through ammo. With full reserves you have 9 full magazines, plus 10 extra bullets. When running through story missions, it was very easy to just plow through enemies with this, not use my energy or power weapon, and find myself with 10 measly bullets in my magazine, which is only 2 bursts. So keeping an eye on your ammo reserves is important with this weapon. Along the same line, the recoil for this weapon pulls very hard to the right, and with again, the 5-round burst, you really have to be conscious of the recoil to pull down and make sure those 5 bullets hit. Here I'm in the church near Devrim K, standing against one side of the walls. The recoil will even out, but then oddly towards the bottom of the mag, one burst pulls really hard to the right, and then evens out again. In PvP, this pulse is also a monster. It does 13 body shot damage and 18 critical damage. So if you're landing every bullet to your opponent's head, that's 90 damage, so this pulse falls into a 3-burst kill. However, with only body shots, 3-burst damage sits at 195, resulting in at least a 4th burst. Thankfully, only 2 of the 5 bullets have to hit to the head to push you over that 200 damage mark, allowing you to kill most Guardians. I was unable to test this against max resilience Guardians, but with the low number of precision hits needed, I imagine you wouldn't need many more. The downfall of this weapon in PvP is the handling speed. I did go into a competitive match trying to get the Last Stand perk to proc. It was not easy, but it is the same as in Destiny 1, where you're granted increased aim down sight speed and weapon ready starting from switching. Without the Last Stand perk active, this weapon feels very sluggish to switch to. Also, the 5-round burst will make it difficult to follow up with a melee in close quarters, as the burst simply lasts longer to finish than a typical pulse rifle. Pairing this exotic with a hand cannon or auto would, in my opinion, be the best option. You really want to engage Guardians at medium to long range, but be mindful of the recoil, so covering that close to medium range is important. In conclusion, this pulse is a monster in both PvE and PvP. However, what makes it exotic is a double-edged sword. If you can control the recoil, then this pulse will be one of the best weapons for you. If you cannot, then another exotic might be better for you. Speaking of other exotics, leave a comment down below for which exotic you'd like me to review next. I'll see you next time, Guardians.